Rocking with pettyblog.com.
It's your boy Seal D-O-double-G, and you are now watching the Petty Blog.
I can't be on the Petty Blog.
Petty and tea.
Petty.
So they already know that I'm dropping the tea. Okay, so let's get right into it. A woman kicked her ex-boyfriend out of her apartment where she lived in Houston, Texas, and had at least two, and days after she was found to death in her vehicle. And verbatim via ABC, last Sunday, the Houston Police Department found a 52-year-old woman in her car. According to police, a man walked up to her car, fired several shots, and fled in a White Jeep Renegade.
Fled in a White Jeep Renegade.
The victim's son has identified her as Rosenda Garcia. My mom is a very kind and innocent person, and she has been her entire life. I walked her to her car from my apartment, gave her a hug and kiss, and we spoke about what we were going to do the next day, Sunday. We were going to meet up at her apartment. She got in the car, and that was the last time I saw her, touched her. Gonzalez said his mother's ex-boyfriend won't answer his calls, and he said that he has not been to work. Suspect. While he doesn't have any domestic violence related charges, Gonzalez said his mother's boyfriend at the time called the police on himself last year.
In her apartment?
He was having one of those emotional episodes and I guess didn't know how to react. He pulled out a gun. He didn't threaten my mom, but he was holding the handle and looking at it and saying, "I don't know what to do with this. I may do something crazy." According to Gonzalez, he was never charged, and the officers recommended that he seek professional help.
Officers said, "I think what you need is mental help."
Houston police told ABC 13 that detectives want to speak with him, but Gonzalez said that may be difficult because he believes he's in Mexico.
Several people have reached out saying his mom's ex is in Mexico.
Gonzalez and his family have been actively posting on social media, and people have reached out to him about his possible whereabouts there. I'm aware there is a process they have to follow, authorities, but I want a resolution as fast as possible. I am her one and only son. I want him caught and charged, and I want him to pay for what he did.
Want him to pay for what he did?
That's sad, but yeah, her son wants nothing but the sick man, quote unquote, to be caught.
I want him caught.
But like he said, he's most likely in Mexico, hiding, so that may be difficult. But then again, he could still be in the States, but more or less, he's still at large a whole week later, and you never know. So if any of you happen to see him anywhere, call the cops.
All the police,
as authorities urge you to contact HPD's Homicide Division at 713-308-3600, okay? Or anonymously at 713-222-TIPS. And of course, as y'all saw, this is how he looks. But in the older picture of him, he looks older than he does in his newer pictures. So maybe it could be a filter. Probably got a little help from AI. I don't know. But I say that to say that he could look more like this when and if you see him. Or he could look more like that. Or he might just be unrecognizable by now. Who knows? But all in all, hopefully he's caught sooner than later. Justice for Rosenda Garcia.